Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. So this here is the E30 3 to 5 and just confirm with you. Yeah, so it is a 3 to 5i. This is a pillarless. It's a left and right import that we've been working on. So for those of you that's been watching and following us, this here is the vehicle that we done the service on the how to repair, how to maintain your E30. So this guy's coming just for some maintenance work. uh this is actually, it's one of the nicest, cleanest cars that I've sat in and had the chance to drive. This guy's only got 61,000 kilos on the clock. Right? It's a left and drive, it's an import vehicle. But it is the most original car, the most complete car, one of the most complete cars that I've sat in. And there's nothing actually to fault on this vehicle. So this car came in basically just for some maintenance. It came in for a service like we done on the video. And then she had an oil leak on the sump and then just a water leak behind it because she doesn't get driven. And she's also from Europe. We know the issues they have there with rust. But there's no rust on this car. There was just some corrosion on some of the aluminium bits. We had the water housing that sits behind the cylinder head. We had that changed. We done a sump gasket on it. That's it. We went through a couple of sensors just because they were a bit sticky. The car doesn't drive much. Had it cleaned out and sorted out, and that's it. But this is a fine version of what a clean car should look like, and how the cars came out from BM, right? And it's amazing to see that these are the late 80 cars, early 90 cars, but it's amazing to see the technology that went into it, the amount of effort went into these cars when they were put together back in the time with what they had, and with what was available to do, right? And with the technology back then. And this, although this car is auto, right? I'm not a fan of left and drives, and I've said this before in videos, but this car makes it so easy to enjoy and to drive a lefty, and never mind just be able to drive it, but I actually enjoy this car. This car is, it's just so soft, it's just so smooth. It's just, the only time you'll appreciate this vehicle is once you've driven it, right? So yes, it's a chrome bumper. uh our client, he likes his work wheels, so it's got work wheels on here. The only thing that we're going to do in January, February, is I want to look at the Polstein kits. And we're just going to drop the car. We're going to lower the car a little bit. So I think we're going to go for the 25 to 30 mil drop. But we're going to go with a full Bolstein Eibach kit on it. And the main reason we're doing that is that we would like to maintain the ride quality on this vehicle. So what am I going to, well, let's do this here, right? Let me take, for what it's worth, if you guys are going to see what I'm seeing on video or what I'm able to see here. Let's go through the car. Let me show you how the car looks, and then we're going to take a drive in the car. And you guys can have a feel of what I'm feeling. But it's the only time you can explain this is when you sit in the car, or not even when you sit in it, when you actually drive the vehicle. Right? This guy is just, it's a manta. So let's go through it. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Guys, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe. But let's go through this car. Okay, guys. So we're going to go through the vehicle quickly. And you'll see, it's a chrome bumper. It's a clean car. So there's nothing fancy put onto the vehicle besides the wheel. And this guy is just clean. So if you come through to your bumpers, look here. Yes, it's got a bit of fade on it, but that's age fade. 30 odd years. But look at the fog lights. So you can see that they came out with the ZKW fog lights. And I think there was an option. I don't think it was optional, but the two brands that these cars came out with was ZKW and the Bosch. No, sorry. It was ZKW and Hella fog lights. The headlights are the smileys here. So the chrome bumpers will normally come with a non-smiley, but these here have got the Hella headlights on them. We know them as, or our nickname is a smiley headlight of it. So if you look at this engine bay here, this is basically as clean as we'll get. So We haven't done a full detail on it. We might do a detail on this car in January, but you can see every single clip is in place here. Everything is still the way it should be. So the color of this car is brilliant, brilliant rot, which is brilliant red. I think the other color to that is also known as hell rod red. That's a later colors. So brilliant red is the color on this car. But when last have you seen an E30 with your firewall matting looking like this here? So we build these guys, right? And I can tell you that even the new ones that we buy from the agents don't come out looking like this. So you can see, okay, the battery is in the front because of it being a pillarless. So a lot of people will get confused as to it being a 325i and the battery sitting in the front. But the reason they do that is because there is limited space in the booth because of the roof that folds down. So this guy still got its cruise control intact, which still works. The ABS plugs are still looking like, you can see they're not new, but they still all intact. There's nothing broken, no brittle, the sort. All the brackets are in place here. So if you guys can see under the intake, there's a couple of brackets that some of these brackets I didn't know existed on the chrome bumper. They all in place here. I think there's only one bracket missing here, which is on the idling valve, and I'll get that ordered if this vehicle did come out with it. This is the correct pipe to use for the water bottle, and you'll see that the radiator on this guy is the same as a plastic bumper radiator, as a facelift radiator. It's not a chrome bumper setup. So there is a couple of things that's different on the vehicle. The bearings are still the same. I mean, still original. Now, you can have a look at the roof. The roof is superb. This guy's neat. It's just, there's no words that can really describe what you actually see here. So I just put a piece of paper in because I had the car washed. But you can have a look at the door cut. This is original. This is original. So we just put this paper in after she comes back from washing. Your seats are still intact. There's no scuff marks on the seats. There's nothing that you can fault on this vehicle. And if we go through, I'm gonna start her up. So you can see she's auto. Everything is still intact. And you can see that the mileage matches the condition. Okay. So you can see here the only fault we have on there is on the brake pedal or the brake switch. But this is how nice and complete this car is, and this is what original looks like. So there's a lot of original cars floating around, but this is one of the cleanest pillarless I've come across. Okay, I'm just gonna switch off here quickly. You can even see, look at the carpet on here. This is not your normal rubber carpet. Got locks in here, which I don't think the South African versions came with. But if you feel this carpet is still thick. Yes, it's a little bit hard, but it's still thick and still original. I'm not too sure which company brought this guy in. So you can have a look at the boot. They don't come with the tool tray cover on here, but this is as original as you're gonna find. You can feel the boot. Okay, that's both shocks in there as to the wire system that we normally have. If you have a look at this dashboard. So not reskinned, nothing of the sort. This is all original. Anyway guys, I think let's take a forward drive. Let's pull out, and then yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Okay guys, so I don't even think you guys can hear this car idling. That's how quiet she is. So this car being auto and left hand drive. We just want to try and pull away from here just to get the traffic. But just get away from traffic. So we would like to try and drop this car's suspension a little bit, just to give it a bit more stance, but we don't want to compromise on the ride quality of this vehicle. So if we can have a get out of this vehicle drives. She feels a little bit harder now, but that is coming. That is because of the wheels. So it is a low profile, but it does also look as if the tire pressure is a bit hard on it. But this is something that anybody can get used to driving often. So again, nice, clean, original 61,000 on the block. The deck looks like an original deck as well. You can see it's still, this car needs a coat. This car needs a coat, or the deck needs a coat. The South African ones, I don't think required a code for the radios. Outside temperature, it's 20 degrees Celsius outside. But as you can see, everything is just... The sky is just soft. There's no ways to describe this vehicle. There's not a single dashboard light on here. There's not a single warning light on here. There was just the water sensor and the coolant sensor, and we had that seen to, it was just sensors basically sticky. We had that seen to, the mirrors work. You must actually hear how the mirrors work. The motors you can still hear are fresh. The windows, the mechanisms, there's no windows going up skew or slowly or anything of the sort. It's all quiet. So you can see this guy actually gets a lot of attention, even though it looks standard. But it gets a lot of attention because of how clean this vehicle is. So anyway guys, I hope you guys can try and see what I'm feeling here today. But yeah, when you see these cars on the road, and when you see these cars being brought in again from certain people, and if they are original and low mileage, this here is what you're gonna expect from it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Again, you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, and yeah, keep up with the channel and stay tuned for the future polls and features. Cheers guys.